Hey Kodos, what's up? Hope you are doing great. This video, we came with a special guest to our channel who had been helping thousands of people to learn the code step by step. You have also seen amazing tutorials on YouTube. He had around 400k subscribers and 4000 plus videos. He covered almost all the technologies. So let's get some insights from him on DSA and development and also interview preparation. Let's welcome Anil Sidhu. Before getting started, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's go.
Hi, Anil Sidhu. Thanks a lot for accepting my invite and joining us today.
Thanks, Kaushik. Thanks for having me.
It's really happy to have you on my channel. I have already given a short introduction about you and your code step-by-step channel. The kind of value you have added to the tech community through your 4,000 plus videos on your channel. It's really amazing.
Yeah, thanks, Kaushik. It's all about support of viewers and yeah.
Yeah, great. You have helped so many students and freshers to learn tech stack and understand the real world development.
Yeah.
So today I have got a few questions to ask you about the freshers and the recent graduates who are passed out from their college about the resumes and development and DSA.
Okay.
So your
Yeah,
thoughts
sure.
will,
I'm happy to help you. Yeah.
yeah, your thoughts will really uh, help my subscribers to get a clarity on which path and which technology to choose.
Sure, Kaushik. Happy to help you. Anything, whatever your viewers or you want to discuss, we can discuss. I'm also
Yes,
excited to discuss the things because I like to discuss things about technology and coding and all. So yeah, I think it should be exciting session. Yeah.
yes. Let's get started with a few questions. You have made 4,000 plus videos. What's the exact learning tech stack you will recommend for beginners?
Yeah, okay. So, thanks for noticing. Yes, you are right. I made approximately 4,000 videos, and even moreover that, I have 8, 9 years of experience. And with that, there is a one thing that I just want to mention for beginners. Like they should not focus on the learning multiple technologies at the same time. Sometimes what happen with the beginners or maybe you can say that freshers, so parallelly they want to learn Python, Node.js, .NET and PHP and multiple technologies. So with that problem is that they cannot become expert in any of the technology, right? And when they just giving the interviews for one technology, then maybe they are not sufficient because the time is divided with the multiple technologies. Right. So my suggestion is first they should focus on the one technology. Tools they can learn multiple because they are the helping things with the technologies. Like if you want to learn Docker or Git or Jira, or maybe you want to get more familiar with the code editors, that's great thing.
Yes,
But
yes,
in aspect of technology, I think freshers or beginners should focus on the only on the one technology at a time.
yes. You
And
are right.
once
Like learning many technologies also will kind of in a confusion in the interview. So we cannot be
Right,
more confident to explain single thing.
right. And the problem is if you just divide your time, learning time in the multiple technologies, the problem is that you cannot give everything and all time to the one technology. And that's why maybe you cannot become expert or maybe you cannot get into the more fundamental of the one technology. So once you done with the one technology, then maybe you can learn new things, new technologies. That's great, but I think we should go one by one as a fresher.
Yes, exactly. Like
Yeah.
one more thing, like what are the major uh, three resume items that actually get them to the interview?
Yeah, resume is very important thing, specifically nowadays when AI is there. So first thing is that now many companies, even the job portals, use the ATS systems, application tracking system.
Yes,
So this is little bit different from the basic search engines. Like previously, what happened? Like if you just make few keywords, right? Search in the job portals and HR just search some keywords in the job portal, then relevant resumes are there. But now application tracking system, there are some machine learning and artificial intelligence things are there. So only your just few keywords will not help you much with showing your resume on the top ranks, right? So first thing, your resume should be ATS friendly. Second thing, I think your set should be clearly mentioned there. So if HR or whoever your resume selector cannot identify what is your proper skills, then maybe they'll get confused and they maybe reject your resume. So your whatever skills you have, it should be clearly mentioned in your resume, and if possible, then make a different section for this. And third thing, so if you made some projects or maybe some open source contribution, then that you can mention in the resume. And if possible, then maybe you can provide the links also there
Yes,
so
yes.
that if any
Interviewer can
maybe
check out their
interviewer
projects
can
and
check like
portfolio.
what you have done with that. Right,
Yeah.
right. So these are, I guess, important points.
Okay, great. Those are really insightful for all the officials so that they can add them accordingly to their resume.
Yeah, right, right.
Next one is how students can present project work on their resume in a formal job interview. How can they exactly explain their project in in the interview?
Okay, so there are two things, Kaushik. First thing, every interviewer don't look at the projects. So, if in my case, that's my opinion, if I took interview or if again sometime I'll take interviews for freshers, then might be I'll not go with the projects because in college time, what you will do, one person actually make the project and the complete team mention that project, right? So if like let's say for example, if you make a project and I just make a
Yes,
copy
yes,
of that and upload on my profile, then it doesn't make like I made that project,
yeah,
right? So some interviewer don't consider it much, but still, if we are talking about specifically on this thing, then I think you can just upload your projects or applications, whatever you made in the free deployment. You can say that platforms might be
yes.
you can
The
use Git
Netlify,
or
Render, we have.
right, Versal.
Yeah,
So these
Varsal, yes.
things you can use, and then maybe you can directly mention the links or yeah, but you must have to know about your project, everything in detail,
Yes, yes.
and you
That is
should
the
clearly
mandatory thing.
mention what, right, you should clearly mention what is your role in these projects. You make development, you make thesis, or whatever you things you done. That's
Yes.
that thing should be mentioned there.
Yeah, and most of
Yeah.
them are also using AI to build their projects, but they are not exactly confident on the topics or the tech stack they have used by the AI.
Yeah, and, right. And as a tech guy, I don't believe when we are learning any technology or we are learning any programming language, so we should use AI for that. So building for projects, so let's say if you are maybe making any official project, formal project, that's great. You can use your tools or AI, maybe cursor or client, whatever you want to use.
Yes.
But for learning purpose, we should avoid the AI tools because, for example, so let's say if
Yeah.
we make some small program, maybe some form, sign up form or login form, right? And we just take the help from the AI tool, right? Then AI will just do everything, but we
Yeah.
are not aware of what exactly things are done there.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you just write your code by yourself, then you'll get to know like where you have to put semicolon, where you have to use the brackets, because for
Yeah.
freshers these things are very important, right?
Yes. Yes. And
So
which kind of topic is used by that in the technology, and
right,
to
right,
build this feature, which topics are really important. Like in JavaScript,
right.
also it is also a foundational language, right, to build the entire front end and back end. So
Right.
so they need to make sure.
Yeah, so I'm not much in the favor of using AI for learning specifically.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Like if a fresher have 6 months to their job interview preparation, what the tech stack they can prepare for the interview, which are really like trending, or else which are asked by the recruiters.
Okay. So in that thing, so still there are two, three things that we should consider. So let's say if we are talking about beginner, so if that guy has some maybe a degree related to the computer science or from IT, so these are also kind of beginner. And the another one, they don't have any knowledge of programming language. They are completely, you can say that starting from the zero.
Yes,
So let's say if someone is starting from the zero, they don't have any idea like what is programming and uh, how it works and how what we make with the programming. Then I think we start with very scratch, that is HTML and CSS, right?
yes,
And with the HTML, and we are talking about 6 month period, right? So
yeah,
with that, I think that uh, beginners can start with the HTML, CSS, then they
okay,
can go with the JavaScript, and with that, they can learn React JS or Tailwind CSS, and maybe if they are fine with that and if they get the time, then maybe they can learn some concepts of generative AI,
yes,
right?
yes,
So if any guy who don't have any prior knowledge of what is programming and all, then they will only able to cover these kind of things, right? But so for example, if they have some basic knowledge, either they learned C or C++, or they just have basic idea like how programming works and what we make in the programming, then I can add some more things. Then I'll prefer MERN stack, or you can say that full stack development.
yeah,
And in specifically, if I'm talking about MERN stack, Node, React, Express.js, and MongoDB. So these are the
yeah,
four core technologies. And with that, maybe they can learn Redux. With that, Tailwind CSS they can learn,
yeah,
and with some helping tools, they can go with the Git, and
yeah,
maybe they can try to deploy their application in any of the cloud service. At the basic level is also fine. Maybe AWS or maybe Azure or OCI. Anything is that is also uh, fine.
okay,
So
okay.
with these 6 months, I think if someone just done these tech stack properly, then they can get a job, I think.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh,
Yeah.
you're right. You can more projects on this, and they can prepare well for the interview in this span of time.
Yeah, right. They can add the projects, and might be they can just do some data structure and algorithm concepts also. That
Yes,
will
yes,
also very helpful. Yeah.
yeah. If they are really preparing for a bigger tech giant companies, they can they can prepare well on the DSN, and also they can add
Yes.
system design onto their
Right, right. System
learning.
design also very important. But
Yeah,
in my opinion, at a fresher level, system design is not so much important, because
yes,
to any fresher we cannot give the things like you have to design my project or you have to design
yeah,
the architecture of this project. But yes, if they can learn something, at least they'll get some idea. Yeah, that's good if they
yes,
get
yes,
time.
yes, yes. Like learning from SDLC, the entire end-to-end process of building a project.
Yes,
At starting
right.
level, they will be a bit confused, but moving forward, they will get confidence on that as
Right, right, right.
well. How can a fresher like split their time in learning DSA and the development? Those are two different things, but really important for the interview or else like working for working in the company.
Yeah, right. So both are
Yeah,
very important thing. Even we can say that without DSA or without any project, if we are looking for a big tech company, then it's almost impossible to get there. But in my personal opinion, I feel that DSA should be the more important than projects. Like we discussed in the earlier points, right?
yes,
Maybe we can use someone else project, but
yeah,
we cannot use someone else problem solving skills, right?
yes, yes, yes,
So
It,
Yeah, so initially, I think we should focus on more on the data structure and algorithm. So might be you can give 60 to 70% time to the DSA,
yes,
and
exactly.
then maybe 30 to 40% time maybe you can give to the projects. But first you
Yeah,
have your fundamental should be clear about your programming language. So might be if you
yeah,
are using PHP, Node or Java, that should be very clear. You should know like how you can use loops, how you can use conditions,
yeah,
variables and all. Then you should jump on the projects and DSA. And slowly, when you get more into the DSA, you will get basic idea, or maybe you have uh, intermediate level knowledge in the DSA. Then maybe you can divide your 50-50% time to the project and data structure and algorithm. And if you feel like you are very confident in DSA, and you solve lots of problems and your concepts are much clear, then maybe you can give more time to the projects, because that time you are ready to build project. You know how you can optimize your project,
yes,
how you can use techniques that can help you to make a better performance project. So that
yeah.
time maybe you can use 20% time in the DSA and 75% time on the your project.
Projects and development.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
project and
yeah.
development.
Yes, yes. And also we can say DSA is a kind of a never-ending process. There will be no end for the DSA. We need to continuously solve problems every single day to get the to keep the grip on the
Right,
systems. Like,
definitely.
yeah. So
Right,
like we can prepare for, like, on the weekdays we can prepare for the DSA every single day, and we can on the weekends, or else if we get more time we can focus on development. Yeah, that
right.
can also be a good solution for the freshers who are
Yeah.
preparing.
Technologies will definitely change with the
Yeah,
time. So long back, people were using C, then C++, then people were using uh, uh, Visual Basic, VB. There is a programming language, I'm
yeah,
not sure, because at my college time, when in 2012 or 13, so still I have a subject Visual Basic, but now this is completely gone from the market. So
yeah.
technologies
Okay.
will keep changing, but DSA will be same for all of the programming language. Either you are
Yeah.
using Java, Node, or anything.
Yes,
Then the
yes,
stack, linked list, and array, objects, string, they will be there, graphs and
yes,
all.
yes.
So yeah, DSA is
After
very
getting
important.
into job also, we need to practice DSA to keep us on the track
Yeah,
of,
definitely, definitely.
yeah.
Even sometimes still I have around, I guess, 9 year of experience. Still,
Yes.
sometime I learn DSA, new things. If I
Okay.
feel like I have to brush up the things and all, still I'm just
Yes, yes.
doing.
Problem solving is like throughout our life, it will be there if we are like building the projects,
Right.
or else learning problem solving.
Yes, yes, right.
Okay. Like, what is the biggest mistake for newcomers when they choose what to learn?
Okay, so
Some
again,
students
that
or else
thing we
freshers will
learn.
be like stuck in what to learn. They are exactly not sure which one, which tech stack to prepare.
Okay, so first thing I think they should be come with their goal in mind, like what they exactly want to learn. Say they want to become a full stack developer, they want to become a only front end developer, or after 5-10 year they want to manager or they want to architect, they be AI engineer, what they actually want to do.
Yes,
So
yes.
first this thing should be clear,
They need to
and
explore first all the topics or also domains which are there on the market. I guess that can be
right.
also a good way to learn, like get to know what to learn.
Right, right, right. So because in market, if we say in IT, software development is not only the one thing. There you
Yes,
can make money. Maybe you can become the data science, or
yeah.
maybe you can
We
go with
have
the
DevOps.
machine learning, artificial intelligence. Yeah. But again, my suggestion is we should not jump in the multiple technologies at the same time.
Yes, yes,
Again, if they parallelly they will start machine learning, and then they will start with the PHP, and sometime they go with some other technologies.
yes,
Then
yes,
they will not able to focus only on single thing. So first they should clear their goal, what they actually want to become. Maybe they can explore the things. Nowadays everyone know how we can search, or how we can do chat GPT, or maybe we can use some other AI tool to maybe they'll give some basic idea how things will go in the upcoming 5, 4, 6, 7 years, and accordingly they can plan. But whatever they will start with the things, then they should go only with that technology only, or that thing only. So sometimes what
yes,
actually people do, they start with Java, for example, and they just learn Java for 2, 3 months, and that time they will not get any conclusion. Maybe they'll not get selected. Then they think like in Java, maybe there are not enough jobs. Then they switch to the Node, and again the same thing will happen with the Node.
yes,
After
yes. They
two,
will
three
also
months, they
listen
will
to
think,
everyone's recommendations, or else everyone's trending in the LinkedIn, or else social media also. They will see
right,
like the AI will take over the jobs of the IT employees. So
right, right.
in that fear also, they will shift their technologies to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they should stick with the one technology. They should try their 100%, and
Yes,
they'll
yes,
definitely get the job. Because if there is a programming language, if this is available in the market, then definitely there should be some jobs related to that. If there
yeah,
are, if in specific technology, jobs are more there, then competition will also more there.
more.
For
Yes,
example, if we are talking about React, right? Lots of jobs are there in React today. But similarly, the competition is also there because everyone is trying to learn React. So
yes.
this is very important to just check, and I think we should stick with the technology, whatever we are starting with that.
Let's say if someone want to pick a quickest employability for front end or full stack or back end, which one from the among the three you can say if they need
Okay,
a job quickly?
so okay, so if they want to quick job, then I will suggest go with the front end actually.
Yes, yes,
The reason I'll tell you behind that is, so backend you can make with the multiple technologies. Maybe there you can use Python, maybe you can use
yes.
Node, PHP, or maybe Java. Anything
Java.
you can use,
Yes, yes,
right? But for front end, there is only evergreen thing which is JavaScript. Yes,
yes,
JavaScript has different libraries and framework, but overall this is the JavaScript.
yeah,
So w- in each of the project, almost each of the project, we have to make a front end. That's why there are more openings in the front end as compared to the back end. Yes, back end also have the same openings, maybe more openings. That is truth. But there in the back end there are multiple technologies also. But in front end we have only one code language, which is a JavaScript,
yes, yes,
right? So if you just want to get job very quickly, then maybe you can start with the JavaScript and React. Front
yes.
end is, I think, thing there you can start
They
with
can learn
for
also quickly the front end way. They need to have a
right.
foundation on JavaScript more.
Right,
Yes,
right, and right, and maybe there is some gap in the salary between front-end developer and back-end developer. Back-end developer
yeah.
get slightly more get paid
Yeah,
as
the
compared to the
responsibilities of the backend developer will also be more. It is the core of a full stack application. That can be
right.
also reason for the backend
Uh,
developer.
right, front-end developer can slowly start learning. If they are just going with the JavaScript, then maybe they can easily capture the JavaScript, Node.js, right?
Yeah,
And slowly they can become the full stack developer, and maybe that's fine. But yes, to get a job quickly and with the easiest way, I think front end. Yes.
okay, okay, great. As you have like made videos on both the technologies, React and Angular, which one will you prefer after learning JavaScript?
Okay, so the both technologies have their different perspective to use that in the project. But if you want a very simplest answer, where should we go? First, I'll give you the reason, then I'll give you the one word answer. See, in the today, 50% market share of the front-end projects or application is go with the React, right? Even React Native is also very popular for the mobile application development, and that is also very close to the React, right? And the Angular, Vue.js, and some other technologies, they combinedly are the 50% keeping the 50% share of market. So there, React is you can say that more important because this single library, or maybe if you are using the Next.js, then maybe you can say that this is a framework because Next.js is also using React.js. So this is taking the 50% market share of the UI only. So React is, I think, more solid thing to get into the job as compared to the Angular. But yes, uh, uh, it's depend on the project, like what we should use. Uh,
Yeah.
but again, the single word answer is we should go with the React. React is the you can say that get more hyped as compared to the Angular.
Angular, yes, yes. But after learning Angular, I have also have a good experience on React. But Angular also made me exciting, like building the like directly we can use the components and create with the HTML file, right? It will feel like learning HTML and CSS, like
Yes.
recapping the thing.
Right. Even if you want to build project a bit faster, bit quickly, then I
Yes,
think Angular is a better approach because it has lots of inbuilt feature,
yes, yes,
directives they have, then inbuilt forms they have, validation they have, routing they have, and but in the React, this is a library, so we have to uh, install the different packages, and we have
yeah,
to use different npm models to if you want to just get more things there. So
yes, yes,
again, if we need to use maybe state management, then we need Redux, right? But in
yes, yes,
Angular we don't need a Redux kind of things. It has own state management. So
yeah,
yeah, there is some drawbacks also for React, but again, as per market, the React is booming actually. Yeah,
yes, 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 yes. That was
right.
a great clarity between both Angular and React, so that I
Yeah,
can choose
I think
while learning.
Chat GPT and Gemini also using React as a front end. I'm not
Okay,
sure,
okay.
but I think.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, Anil, finally we can make a kind of a rapid fire round of tech where like a first programming language a fresher can learn.
Okay. JavaScript.
Okay, nice. Uh, and best resource for the interview preparation.
Okay. In nowadays, Chat GPT or Gemini or any AI tool. We don't need a
Okay,
website now. Hmm.
okay, great. And also one habit a fresher can build to in the long term to learn many things.
Okay. We should learn new things approximately you can say that every day, or maybe 3 or 4 days per week we should learn the new things that will
Yeah.
definitely beat. Yeah.
Yes, yes. They can also be practicing more and be consistent on their learning. That
Yeah,
can also be
definitely.
helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and like sharing insights for all the subscribers and viewers who are really planning to learn new technologies and also preparing for the interview. It was really
Yeah,
helpful
Kaushik,
session.
anytime. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll get some other time also.
Yes, yes,
Love to
yes,
talk about these things and love to help students and beginners. Thanks
yes,
for
yes. They can also definitely follow your channel and subscribe there. They can
yeah.
also learn different technologies in easy way. You have great playlists on your channel.
Thanks, Kaushik. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.